everyone, it's Frisk here, and before we get started on this video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched this video that I made, the first ever video on my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't seen it, you could go check it out. It would mean a lot to me. But anyway, thank you so much to the people who watched it. Thanks everyone who interacted and liked and commented and subscribed. Thank you so much. Shout out to these people, you guys are awesome. Anyway, speaking of comments, I read through all your guys' comments. I tried to like every single one, and some of you guys just have such great insights. I mean, it's so awesome to be surrounded by this cool community of people who love this ship and love this show, and I'm just glad that my video found the right audience, so thank you guys for everything. So, as I was reading through the comments, I saw this, and like, my jaw dropped, because like, genius. I'll read you guys what they said. I can't imagine Robin assuming that Mike isn't an option just because he is with Eleven. Robin literally cannot take that conclusion because she went through the same thing with Vicky. And then this user replied, explaining that in more detail. Every BYLER tuber should be making this video. Wow, I really like that. Let's call ourselves BYLER tubers. Anyway, I'm shocked and ashamed I didn't notice this myself. It would be crazy for Robin, who barely knows Will or Mike, to just have confirmed that Will is gay, only seen Will flirt with Mike once, and for her to assume that Mike doesn't reciprocate Will's feelings and presume to tell her story to discourage Will. It would make much more sense, in that vein, for Robin to tell Will the story of Vicky and how Robin felt vibes with Vicky in band, but then saw her with her boyfriend and gave up, but then decided to be open and be herself, like Steve had suggested. Robin's story is about Will trusting himself, and for the audience, it's about how idolizing Tammy is what Mike and Jane have inadvertently done to each other. For Robin to be dating who seems to be her first ever girlfriend after seeing Vicky with her ex-boyfriend, it would be just too weird for her to immediately both assume and reinforce Will, writing Mike off as unavailable because he's straight. She's not even looking at Mike and Jane together. Has she even seen them together as a couple on screen? It would be crazy, crazy bad writing to have a lesbian girl who's dating a bi girl deliver this message to the audience. That's just wild. And then these two just like pointed out something that I can't believe I missed, like, this is like such a crucial piece of BYLER evidence that's like very convincing. Basically what they're trying to say is that it wouldn't make sense for Robin to discourage Will and tell him that he doesn't have any chances with Mike, especially since Robin went through that same thing with Vicky. And we can see a lot of the parallels between BYLER and Robin and Vicky's relationship. So I think the Duffers are really trying to convey the similarity between those two relationships specifically. Regarding Robin's speech, especially, people interpreted it as Robin telling Will to get over Mike because Mike is straight and you don't need Mike. Like, she's saying that he doesn't need Mike in order to be accepted and be loved. And that's how some people interpreted it. However, this doesn't make sense coming from Robin, especially since she was, you know, she's in love with Vicky. She saw Vicky with that other guy in season 4, and she was like, there's no way I have a chance. But, you know, she persisted, right? She hyped herself up. I don't actually know the story of how they got together. No one does, really. But they did eventually, and that's why in season 5 we can see them, you know, in an official relationship. And it doesn't make sense for Robin to discourage Will from shooting his shot at Mike, especially when Robin was in that same situation and is actually in a relationship with the girl that she thought was straight. I just thought that was a really interesting thing to point out in my comment section. So thank you to those users who pointed it out. I think they put it in amazing words and I could not say it any better than they did. So yeah, like, props to you guys. I really appreciate it. This is like a revelation. I can't believe I missed this. And so yeah, thank you for sliding it into my comment section. Thank you everyone so much for supporting my channel and watching this video and watching the other video that I made. I really appreciate all of you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. Bye.